Hey guys, this is Trent or Red Ricochet, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary, this time on the map Payload Race Hightower. I play as a few different classes during this match, just because that's the way I play TF2. Depending on the situation, I might get a job done better with a different class, but right now I'm using the Hitman's Heatmaker, and I try to do some work getting this heavy, but you have to let it charge a little bit to get those heads really to pop. I don't know how I got that sniper. But I started the gameplay off with a death just because I wanted to show this enemy sniper that I had a bitter rivalry with the whole entire game. He was a very, very good sniper, and I did myself a favor and I didn't show my plenty of deaths from the beginning of the match. I do end up getting him a few times during this commentary, but I digress. So right now my team is not doing very hot. The enemy has their payload pushed up very, very close to getting it to the end. We are holding up a alright defense, but our payload is just at the bottom of the hill, opposite to me. That's on the other side of the map. I think this bison soldier ends up getting me. Yep. But this game probably wouldn't have been very good if I stayed sniper the whole time. That's why it's always good to change your class depending on, you know, how the situation is unfolding in your match. If I could give you any advice, that would be it. Lots of commentators try to stick with one loadout for the whole gameplay, but I think it really depends on the situation. I mean, if you're able to stick with one loadout and beat the enemy team, then by all means go ahead, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Right here I end up popping the head off of that guy's LSD again, and I'm showing my good side, but trust me, I died too many times to him. And I have no idea what I was doing right here. I saw my friend die to this heavy, and I thought maybe I could get a moving headshot on him. No, that was a bad idea. Either way, right now I'm going to look at the class selection to what I want to be, and I see we have 5 snipers, so I'm like, that's not going to do. I have to switch to something else. So I picked Demo Man. I'm not a very good Demo Man by all means, because I don't play as it a lot, frankly, because it's not one of my favorite classes. It's probably my least favorite, second only to the Spy. My Spy is my really least favorite. I do not play well as a Spy. I'm also a terrible sticky jumper and rocket jumper, so if you could give me some tips on how to be a better rocket/sticky jumper, be my guest. I don't know, I end up getting LSD, my nemesis, again right there, but Demo Man isn't working out too well for me right now. There is a sentry behind that little plank of wood, but I'm not able to get it because the Engie sees me. But I digress. Right here, there's a medic heavy combo that I needed to get rid of just for the sake of my team. And I have no idea how I don't get this heavy right here. I smacked him in the butt once, and then my friend must have shot his head off. By friend, I mean teammate. Backburner pyros always get the best of me. But at this point, I decide I'm not doing very well with the Demo Man, so I need to switch something more useful, which I switched to one of my favorite classes, the Soldier. Ironically, all of my favorite classes are in the offense category, but don't get me wrong, I'm not just an offensive run-and-gun player. I do like to strategize, and that's what I'm about to show you right here, except for these terrible, terrible rocket jumps where I nearly kill myself. I do end up getting this gunslinger Engie, I have no idea how, and upgrading my strange rocket launcher. But I don't end up getting LSD again right here, I don't think. But at this point in the match, I was like, oh, another terrible rocket jump. But you gotta jump down and get these handy-dandy medkits. If I could give you any other advice, it would be use medkits. A lot of people don't. And you really need to be honest. You can't rely on medics. Especially because lately, when I've been playing Team Fortress 2, medics have been non-existent. No one wants to play as them. So I'm on my way to the payload, and I see this demo man. I'm a blue soldier, and there's a red demo man. I guess war never changes, so we are both hell-bent on killing each other, and I barely get one more shot off to get him. Whew. I did have a lot of health, though, so I probably would have won regardless, but I digress. That sniper is still up there, and like I said, he was a very, very good sniper. But this little corner of the map, people were so delusional and out of it. I end up getting that sentry, but again, this soldier doesn't notice me at all, and I shotgun him. I come up here, and there's a whole congregation of Engies. There's like 3 or 4 behind here. None of them notice me. The only thing that practically noticed me is the sentry gun. The medic walks right by me. Unless he was trying to get some health, I don't think he noticed me. So I come back here to the handy dandy health pack for the first of many times. But I digress. I really need to get the sentry though, and that's what I end up doing. But that was the sole reason my team wasn't pushing up to get the payload to the end. And you know, when your team doesn't, you must. It always works out that way. If your team doesn't want to push or do anything, I have no idea what this Engie was doing. Didn't notice me in the slightest. But you end up having to do it yourself. And double kill. Stole that spy's sentry kill. Or I mean dispenser kill, rather. I see my nemesis and I must get him. Even if I nearly risk my life. Kill myself. I was going to go for that little medkit up there, but I decided to go for the handy dandy one. It'll come in more, well, handy later on if I try to get in a gunfight. But we do, as you can see, it may have looked like I was waiting for that Engie, but I wasn't. And then this one who's shooting at me overcommits, and he's like, oh, yep, I probably shouldn't do that, because he will kill me. And then I walk up here thinking he went back into spawn, and there he is right here. Man, derpy Engies during this game. But I digress. It's a really lucky Crockett right there. I don't know how I got him. I think it was my nemesis again, but again, look. I just said again like 3 times. Either way, this that ledge had no defenses, and that's why we ended up getting the payload to the top, because there was no defenses at all, except for that one hall of sentries with derpy Engies. And I thought we were going to win right here, but somehow, some way, I think it might have been a demo man on the enemy team, that soldier gets taken out and the payload is lowering. But right here, such a good kill. Just wait for it, Crockett! Oh, that scout had no chance. Like the luckiest, best, well-placed Crockett of my life. But I digress. And my team is actually starting to defend the point at this point in the gameplay. Like they're actually using the payload. And this Engie and I have an epic battle of epic proportions. And I do end up getting him right there. Oof, right in the dick. Buckshot to the dick never feels good. And actually, I go for the little mini medkit this time. I don't go for the handy dandy, however many health it gives you, medkit on the other side. But I thought I wasn't going to get seen here in the little hidey hole, but they both saw me, and Spy comes to my rescue to kill that demo man. And right here, I started spawn camping, just because we were getting so close to the end, and I wanted one last kill on my nemesis. It's like, oh, I might not be able to get him. That's such a bummer. And I'm shooting at this pyro. Here he comes, tries to machete me. And I do die, but it was totally worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and the gameplay, and I will see you next time.